My name is El Gato, so they call me Eddie El Gato Elguera.
Eddie Elguera is here to tell you.
He's called El Gato.
Typical of today's bionic skater is Eddie Elguera.
Eddie Elguera is a champion, among the best in the world.
I started skating when I was 8 years old in 1970. So that's 42 years ago. When I was probably about 14, I really got serious into skating. When I was 16, I got sponsored by Hobie Skateboards. And then from there, I turned pro. And when I turned pro, I started inventing all kinds of maneuvers, frontside rock and roll, Elguerios, frontside inverse, and just a lot of today's tricks that are modern. I won Skater of the Year, Most Spectacular New Maneuvers, 2 years in a row, and in the magazines and traveling the world.
Times world champion, right?
Yeah, two-time world champion, 1979 and 1980 was the year I was right there, about 16 and 17 years old, and just, at the top. But then I stopped skating because there was like an emptiness on the inside of me. I didn't really know what it was, and I tried to find that fulfillment because I made it to the top. I'm thinking, well, there's nothing here left for me, so I tried to find that fulfillment through drugs and drinking and all kinds of other things, and so I had stopped skating at that time.
I feel unhappy. I feel so sad.
Went to a trade show in 1986, and at the Hosoi booth, Christian gives me one of his hammerhead boards, and I started skating, so that's what got me skating again. 6 years I didn't skate, and during that time, I had given my life over to Jesus Christ. My life was changed, and God began to speak to me about starting to skateboard again. He says, this time you're not going to do it for yourself. He says, you're going to do it for me. So I started skateboarding in 1986. 1988, I hooked up with Tony Magnuson and was part of H Street. And so that was a great time of my life also. So that was kind of like my second part of my career, was with the H Street. Back in 1980 was with Veriflex.
Shackle Me Not or Hocus Pocus?
I remember when Shackle Me Not came out. It was cool because in reality it was mostly a lot of it was street skating, and so I was blessed to be a part of it. I had a part at the Nude Bowl where I skated the pool. I was the only one in Shackle Me Not that skated any pools, and but that was a great time in my career in that era to be a part of it, because at that time Danny Way was on the team. And Danny Way was an amateur. I remember going on the H Street tour and taking Danny with me, and he was still amateur, but he was crazy, and he would just, you knew that he was going to be an amazing skateboarder.
Maybe you could be the next one, but if you need a board or something, talk to Tony.
Well, watch this.
One of my phrases was, carve, grind, slash. Very good, have a drink.
Carve, grind, slash. Very good, have a drink.
Everybody around the world would say that to me when I would go around, and then in Hocus Pocus, where I gotta skate, and I had my underwear on my head and jumped onto my mini ramp and skated, so.
Ooh, gotta skate. Gotta skate. Whoa.
And other guys performed at a music video. What is it?
Yeah, the Devo video. So there's Freedom of Choice, and Steve Olson, Tony Alva, Dave Andrick, Steve Alba, and then we had Stacy was in there. We had, I think, Daryl Miller and Jake Smith. And so it was kind of cool. And one of the parts, a big part that I had in it was me and Dave Andrick also. We did the frontside cars at Marina Keyhole. He did the frontside channel, first one, and I went on the second one. And then we came out, looked at the camera. And then at the very end, when we're kind of marching and pointing fingers, freedom of choice. I was talking about it with Dwayne the other day, and he's thinking, I'm the punk rocker, and I wasn't even in the video. And Eddie, you were in the video, and you're not punk rock. So he's kind of angry about that one.
Okay, go talk to Mark Mothersbaugh. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
What you want? Freedom of choice.
Which top street skater considers you his guru?
Well, Eric Costin was an important part of era of my life. I saw him when he was 15 years old, and yeah, I get choked up talking about him because I know that he had so much potential. He didn't have a very good home life, and he would just want to skate, and take him in. He'd skate at my house. I had a mini ramp. I had a quarter pipe in the front yard, and we would go to different contests. I told Tony Magnuson and Mike Ternansky of H3, I said, you need to sponsor this guy. We're not sure, you know, we have lots of people on the team. I said, you better sponsor, I'm telling you right now. And so out of reluctancy, they kind of sponsored him, but you know what? Look at where he is now. I don't think a lot of people realize how much you can change and how much you can affect someone's life when you just believe in them, not for what you could get out of them, because I've never asked Eric for anything, but believe in them for who they are, and believe that, you know what, they may look like a chunk of coal, but there's a diamond in the rough in there, and you are the person that is trying to pull it out. And it's just amazing to be a part of that.
Are you a proud godfather? I would say?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess, yeah. I'm just proud of him. He, on his inductee to the Skateboard Hall of Fame, it's on YouTube, and in his acceptance speech, he he says on how much that how I helped him out in that time, and I think I was there sitting in the audience, and I didn't realize it, and because we haven't seen each other in years, and every once in a while we'll talk, but for him to honor me and not forget, because I think sometimes people, when they become famous, they forget about important people in their lives, but he wasn't that way. Eric was definitely respectful. But the one thing that I love is that here in Brazil, they really honor and respect, you know, a lot of the older skaters. You know, I think a lot of times that, you know, people don't realize how much we've put into the sport, not wanting anything out of it, but out of the love of skateboarding, and so sometimes people forget, you know, the founders of the past and founders of generations past, but here in Brazil, I just love it that they honor and respect. We may not be doing all the things that we used to do, but they just love that they could see us live, because back in the day, there was no videos. It was all just pictures. Yeah. So now they get to see us skate. I never thought in a million years that I would be skating at 50 and learning new tricks like nose blunts and just 5-0 to fakies. You know, I would have never thought at 50 I would be doing those tricks.